On the last day of July 2025, a thunderous roar echoed across South Texas. SpaceX's Starbase had just fired all 6 Raptor engines on Ship 37 in a crucial static fire test. The ground trembled as plumes of exhaust billowed into the night sky, illuminating the launch pad in a spectacle of power and precision. This was more than just a routine procedure. It was a pivotal moment that marked a major milestone in the Starship program's journey toward the stars. This wasn't just noise, it was a sign that Starship was ready for flight. The successful ignition of all 6 engines meant that months of design, testing, and troubleshooting had paid off. For the engineers and technicians who had poured countless hours into perfecting every detail, this moment was a validation of their relentless effort. The engines, bolted to the pad, fired for several seconds, sending steam and sound skyward. A final dress rehearsal before launch. Every sensor and system was monitored in real time, ensuring that the rocket could withstand the immense forces it would soon face during liftoff. This test was the last opportunity to catch any issues before committing to flight. Static fires are the rocket world's equivalent of a sprinter tensing before the race. All systems are pushed to the limit, but the rocket stays grounded. It's a controlled trial by fire where every component is tested under real conditions, but with the safety net of remaining earthbound. The tension in the control room is palpable as everyone waits for the engines to shut down and the data to come in. This test was especially important after recent setbacks for the Starship program. Previous attempts had ended in disappointment, with technical glitches and unexpected failures forcing teams back to the drawing board. Each setback, though frustrating, became a lesson that shaped the next attempt. Seeing all 6 engines ignite perfectly was a symbol of resilience and a testament to SpaceX's relentless engineering. The cheers that erupted in the control room were not just for a successful test, but for the spirit of innovation and perseverance that defines the company. It proved the lessons from past failures had been learned and applied. Every setback had contributed to this moment, forging a stronger, more reliable vehicle. The process of trial and error, of breaking and rebuilding, is at the heart of progress in rocketry. The successful static fire gave Flight 10 the green light for final launch preparations. Teams immediately began the meticulous process of readying the vehicle for its next big leap, checking every bolt and circuit to ensure nothing was left to chance. For the SpaceX team and fans worldwide, that roar was more than engine noise. It was the heartbeat of a new era in space exploration. The excitement rippled far beyond the launch site, inspiring dreamers and engineers across the globe. Starship was back on track, ready to fly higher and further than ever before. The static fire was not just a technical achievement, but a promise of what's to come, a future where humanity reaches beyond its limits. Science, engineering, and determination had come together to make a bold statement about the future of space travel. With each successful test, SpaceX moves closer to making interplanetary journeys a reality, proving that the path to the stars is built on perseverance, innovation, and the courage to try again. The road to Starship Flight 10 has been anything but smooth. Each step forward has been met with new challenges, testing the limits of engineering and human determination. Technical problems, rigorous safety reviews, and painstaking heat shield repairs all contributed to delays. Every issue, no matter how small, demanded careful attention and creative solutions from the team. Every component had to be perfect. Rockets leave no room for error. The margin for mistakes is razor thin, and even the smallest flaw can have massive consequences in the unforgiving environment of space. The team also installed dummy Starlink satellites to test future deployment systems, simulating real mission conditions to ensure flawless performance when it truly counts. A major setback struck in June, when Ship 36 exploded during a test, traced to a faulty nitrogen tank. The explosion was a stark reminder of the risks involved and the unpredictable nature of rocket development. The loss forced SpaceX to adapt quickly, repurposing a transport stand for Ship 37's static fire. This rapid response showcased the team's resilience and ability to pivot under pressure. This adaptability is classic SpaceX. Setbacks become opportunities to learn and improve. Each failure is treated as valuable data, fueling innovation and driving progress. Each delay was a necessary step to ensure Flight 10's best chance of success. The team's commitment to safety and excellence meant refusing to cut corners, no matter the pressure. Rushing would risk disaster. Patience and thoroughness are key in spaceflight. Every procedure is double-checked and every system is tested again and again to guarantee reliability. By addressing every issue, SpaceX is building a more reliable, robust system. Each lesson learned is applied to future flights, making every mission safer than the last. These hard-won lessons pave the way for safer, more routine space launches. The excitement of each success is matched only by the knowledge gained from every setback. Every challenge overcome brings us closer to a future where spaceflight is common and safe. A world where the next generation can look up and dream, knowing that reaching for the stars is truly within our grasp. With engine tests complete, Starbase is buzzing with final launch preparations. The atmosphere is electric as teams work around the clock to ensure every detail is perfect. Engineers, technicians, and support staff move with purpose, knowing that every action brings them one step closer to a historic moment. In the Mega Bay, the hot staging ring for Booster 16 and the Starlink loader box are getting their last checks. These components are critical for the mission, and every bolt, wire, and sensor is scrutinized to guarantee flawless performance. The hot staging ring lets Starship's upper stage ignite before separating, boosting efficiency for heavier payloads. This innovative approach is a leap forward in rocket design, allowing for smoother transitions and more ambitious missions. Practicing with the Starlink loader, even with dummy satellites, is vital for future missions. These rehearsals help the team perfect the process, ensuring that when real satellites are on board, everything will go according to plan. Flight 10 is more than a test. It's a high-stakes mission after a string of upper-stage losses. The pressure is on, and the world is watching to see if SpaceX can overcome past setbacks and deliver a flawless performance. Success would restore confidence and prove the program's resilience. It would show that lessons have been learned, and that the team is ready to push the boundaries of spaceflight once again. Starship aims to replace Falcon 9, launching satellites, cargo, and eventually people. Its larger capacity and reusability promise to revolutionize access to space, making ambitious missions more routine. Proving reusability is the top priority. Each successful landing and refurbishment brings the dream of rapid, affordable space travel closer to reality. This flight is also crucial for NASA's Artemis program, where Starship will serve as the lunar lander. The partnership between SpaceX and NASA is key to returning humans to the moon and beyond. Before astronauts ride to the moon, Starship must prove it's safe and reliable. Every test, every inspection, and every launch brings us closer to that goal. Flight 10 is a major milestone on that journey, marking a new chapter in human space exploration and the pursuit of making life multiplanetary. SpaceX's South Texas facility is now officially Starbase City, a self-governing hub for space innovation. This new status lets SpaceX manage its own regulations and public services, cutting through red tape. Decisions like road closures for rocket tests can now be made instantly, speeding up progress. The goal: create an environment where rapid innovation is the norm. Starbase aims for up to 25 launches a year, a pace once unimaginable. It's more than speed, it's about building a community dedicated to making humanity multiplanetary. Starbase City is a bold model for the future of private spaceflight, blending infrastructure, regulation, and culture. Here, the future of space exploration is being built every day. While Flight 10 grabs headlines, SpaceX is already preparing for what's next. The Starship program runs like an assembly line, with multiple rockets in production at all times. Ship 38 for Flight 11 is already being readied. Flight 11 will be the last of the current Block 2 design. Block 3 Starships with major upgrades are coming next. Each new version incorporates lessons from previous flights, making the rockets more robust and capable. SpaceX's philosophy: build, test, fly, improve, rapid evolution in action. Looking ahead, version 3 Starship will be even larger, able to carry more cargo and people. The goal is to have V3 flying by the end of 2026, enabling Moon and Mars missions. Every flight is a step toward a reusable fleet that will change humanity's relationship with space. The foundation for a multiplanetary future is being laid at Starbase right now. Starship's progress is part of a larger global effort in space. In July 2025, NASA and SpaceX launched Crew 11 to the ISS, showcasing public-private partnership. The event brought NASA and Roscosmos leaders together for the first time in years, highlighting international cooperation. They discussed keeping the ISS running and future moon missions. The seat swap agreement, Americans on Soyuz, Russians on Crew Dragon, ensures both nations always have access to space. This spirit of collaboration is vital for tackling the challenges of deep space exploration. The Artemis program, with Starship as the lunar lander, builds on these partnerships for humanity's return to the moon. As Flight 10 approaches, we're witnessing a pivotal moment in space history. A successful mission will unlock the next phase: rapid, reusable launches, and Starship taking over from Falcon 9. Starship will launch massive Starlink batches, perfecting reusability with every flight. Soon, we'll see in-orbit refueling, key for Moon and Mars missions. Once proven, Starship will support Artemis, carrying astronauts to the lunar surface for the first time in over 50 years. Starship isn't just a rocket, it's a tool to change our future, enabling moon bases, Mars missions, and more. The journey will have challenges, but each flight brings that future closer. The sky is no longer the limit, it's just the beginning.